and retail prices. Contact Shiklisho Limited at 665-3336 or 480-8715 or visit us at Warrenville, Canoopia. Shiklisho Limited. Quality you can trust.
For the everyday lowest prices on all grocery items, trust Low Cost Supermarket for the widest variety of quality products at low prices. Freshly picked fruits and vegetables, healthy products for your well-being, high quality meat cuts, and a warm and friendly service. Low Cost Supermarket, Southern Main Road, Canoopia.
Mitsu Air Limited, authorized Mitsubishi air conditioning dealer. No need to replace your air conditioning units ever so often. Split units, cassette, ductable, CTVIF systems, and much more. Mitsubishi Electric has long been powering industries and providing solutions for healthy living. Mitsu Air Limited boasts the industry's first 10-year warranty on all parts and labor. Inverter units are also available. Don't hear it, just feel it. Mitsu Air Limited, 246 Eastern Main Road, Barataria. Give us a call at 674-4000 or 675-4000 or email us at mitsu.limited@gmail.com.
Welcome to the home of Cure Oxygen Spring Water. A breathtaking 1,000 feet above sea level where the elements collide. In an area of outstanding natural beauty. This land, our land, embodies nature. And our methods respect it. We use clean energy, solar, hydro, wind, to bring you the cleanest water. Every drop, sustainably sourced from pristine Cornish farmland. From the raw beauty of rainfall to our state-of-the-art bottling facility, situated on an ancient underground lake. We're reminded of the timeless power of pure water. But it doesn't stop here. The secret of Cure lies in the pure oxygen we so carefully infuse. To breathe life into every bottle of Cure water, without chemicals or additives. Cure pushes the boundaries of what water can do, uniting life's most essential ingredients: water and oxygen. The next generation of hydration. Cure Oxygen, nature's ultimate water.
Assalamu alaikum and good evening and welcome to Breaking Barriers here on IBN Channel 8. Of course, I'm Inshan Ishmael, your host, and this program is shown every single Wednesday evening, whether it's after elections or before, whether it's 7/7, 8/6, 10/4, does not matter. This program is on every single Wednesday, God willing. It's a pleasure being in your company, and of course, we'd like to welcome our first sponsor, our good friends at Tile Expression. Just to remind me to just swing this graphic on the other side for me, please, by next week. All right, so it's a pleasure having you on board, and for those of you who are joining us, it is indeed a pleasure, and I know cricket is in the air, so just letting you know up front, sometimes when there's a real good match on a Wednesday, you may not see me here. Yes, actually, the CPL is the only matches that I normally take in. Other than that, I don't really take in cricket for the whole year. Anyway, let me just welcome our good friend Style Expression, where you get all your tiles, whether it's ceramic, granite, countertops, accessories, you name it, and all the fittings that you need for everything that you do in tile related. And of course, you could check them out. 7 acres of warehouse, you know, man, and even more. I think it may be even more. All right, so you know, oh God, I didn't want to start with this, but let me start with this. All right, somebody get me Nizam Bakhsh number, please. I didn't get, I was searching for it on my phone. So if someone who's watching right now, just WhatsApp me Nizam Bakhsh from Barapur, former Minister of Government under the UNC. If you could get me his number, please. Because what happened is that I need to talk to him about something urgently, right? My WhatsApp number, guys, could we get my WhatsApp number? If someone could just tell him that I'm trying to get in touch with him, 6844762. My number will be up on the screen shortly, and you'll be able to, right, there we go. If you could just make that a little bigger, guys, because not everybody have a 55-inch TV or a 60-inch TV where they could see all our graphics, right? So, yeah, so Nizam Bakhsh, if you can give me a call, please, I'll appreciate it. You know, I have, how to start this, boy? We have been running IBN for the past 18 years. And it was due to the hard work done by my attorney, Mr. Ravindra Nanga, a very decent chap. But what happened is that recently, I have had reason to call him to express my total disappointment in him in regards to this whole water situation that we are going through. It's as if all the water trucks that come to deliver to us is just in our blasted imagination. And I'm going to get really angry, you know. So here happening. Don't forgive me, because it's about time I deal with this, because I'm really fed up. Besides being my attorney, I mean, I took the one case that Mr. Nanga was handling for me. I told him, I said, look, let Richard handle it and let's just leave it at that. Because I'm really, really, really disappointed. I mean, you judge for yourself, right? You judge for yourself when I start to do things. 8 years now, we applied for a water connection. We did not apply for a 3/4 water connection. A temporary connection was given to us because we were hosting an expo, and a former government minister arranged for us to get a temporary connection. Not even a service connection, a temporary connection. 8 years now at Baraka Grounds, we applied for that. And what happened is that we were told time and time again that the connection would be made. Now, we were told as well that the connection would be done through WASA, and you know, WASA have their programs where, for example, we are non-profit. Even though we have booths there that are rented, remember, most of the work that we do there is NGOs, similar to the Nagara, etc. And what happened is that I just want to show you a WhatsApp between myself and the present chairman, right? And this is a message that I got from the chairman on January the 26th, where I showed him trucks loading water into tanks. There it is. Apparently that is in my bloody imagination. We are getting such a good supply of water. And here what he's saying, the project has been approved and we are sourcing funding. They have prioritized this project. And, right, let me go to the other one. Right. The next slide, right. And then on April the 29th, good afternoon, we have had a very difficult Ramadan. Thus far, with us having to pay 6 times for private truck-borne water. I would appreciate an update on our supply. Funding will be approved this week, and the connection will be prioritized for next week. Thank God, appreciate it. And then I tell him Judgment Day next week in regards to matter. On April the 30th, I say, morning boss, nobody came to connect. Okay, he will check. Now, if this is not proof, if this is not, and we have other messages as well along the whole train of what went on, and this is with my attorney. I still consider my attorney Ravi Nanga. These messages were back and forth, and then we had voice messages as well, with me confirming and him confirming. And if we have to go to court, all that will be coming out. Because we're going to sue for discrimination. And you know what is the worst part about it too? Guys, can we get the slide? The worst part about it, and this is a piece of a letter, we ask WASA to state who paid for what and who didn't pay for what. And we ask how much did the Nagar pay for their water connection. Having considered both the benefit and the damage that may arise from disclosure of the requested information, the authority has determined that the damage associated with such disclosure outweighs the benefit. So in other words, if we find out that the Nagar didn't pay to get their water connection or to get the pipe run, right? We're going to have some serious problem because WASA now wants to charge us. So we are asking what it is. Let's put back up that again, right? Right? And here they go. They say that it's undermining of the integrity of the authority and customers. WASA and integrity does not go together. WASA have years and years and years of fraud. Even with the present chairman, I have conversations with him, with present contractors who are there. That is one thing about me. Others have my conversations and my WhatsApp messages. There we go again. Right? In accordance with section of the authority hereby notifies that you are entitled to the High Court. So WASA now, with a big dote itself, decide that I could go to the High Court if I want. This is to tell you, and like I said, this is my attorney, the chairman of WASA and Obreds, through his legal team, talking this set of gobar. All you believe this, and I said it before, and let me just wipe that off. I'm speaking in general now. I don't know why it is when some people join the PNM, I don't know what does go wrong. I really don't know what does go wrong. Let me pull back in now. Let me go. With respect to item 6, and further to our FY response of February 14th, the authority's operations division informed that the value of the capital contribution expected of you relative to the installation of water connection at the Baraka grounds is $641,000. Wait, zoom into that thing now, boy. Some people can't hear numbers, so they want to see it. And this was signed by Donna Friday Cole, designated officer. Designated officer of what? Sending letters of dotishness? $641,000, right? $641,000. WASA want to charge us at Baraka grounds for a connection that everybody else have a 4-inch. We is the only dog. We is the only quinks down on that side that have a 3/4 inch or a 1-inch connection. That can't even work for us because during Ramadan, we catch our name. But that is nothing. During Ramadan, we catch no problem. That is normal because you're only complaining for 8 years now. And like I said before, this is why I love the people in my religion. Because I just fight for everybody. And not one damn soul will raise their voice, or one organization will say, look, we stand with the Baraka Foundation because we want them to get a proper water supply. That is the kind of nimakaram I will have to deal with on my side. Because you see, that is how nasty-minded some of them are. Somebody say, imams outside there, who you do everything for. Not once would they raise their voice and say, here, but to come there and beg for discount and to beg for things, they could do it. you quicker have pundits doing it. That is the sad reality of it. The sad reality of it is that you have members of my community who wouldn't want to go and say anything because they don't want to lose out on their Eid funding. And the little gifts they get, some of them let's get a little contract signing. I gotta tell you, some people prefer to sell their soul for a CPF contract. So that is where we're at, 641,000. Anyway, let me show you what's going on with, I know I haven't given you an update in a while, but let me just give you, this is what is going on inside the hospital. A lot of it is plastered out, and in fact, this is a view of the ground floor. And as you could see from the top, electrical have started to run down, and that is one of the main entrances there. That is examination rooms, and this is the work that is going on, not on the outside, but on the inside. So many people don't know how much is being done as we speak, because all that has to happen downstairs there now, ceiling, plumbing, finish up the electrical x-ray room, right? And this is what is going on right now as we speak. SARI room, secondary acute respiratory infection room. And of course, this is, I believe we are up on the second floor here now. So you see, a lot of work has been going on, and people don't even know what has been going on for a little while, because what happens is that a lot of this, as you can see, the guys are there right now, plastering out. This is one of the surgical theaters there. That is the other one. This is the sterilization room being plastered. And of course, as we go along, that is our main contractor there, Daniel. So all this is going on right now as we speak. So for those of you who want to see, get a little idea of how far we have reached, well, you're seeing it there now. Hopefully, God willing, by mid-September, we would be finished plastering out. What happens is that the building inside would start a prime, etc. Ceiling material is expected to come down in about 2 months' time. Elevators coming down in about 2 months as well. A man tell me $600 to core one hole. Well, we bought the machine. We bought 2 of the machines, and we are coring our own holes, right? So that is where we are at. So to all those who continue to support us, I thank you so much. If it wasn't for your support, we would not have reached where we reached. Guys, could we pull back the previous slide, please? I didn't give them their full time. Yes, Neil Shaw's Auto Parts. Let me just remind you that Neil, by the way, I'm wrapping up early tonight. I become a throat killing me. Right? Neil Shaw's Auto Parts, where you get all your BMW, Mercedes-Benz, Jaguar, Volvo, and all those other European parts. Not only that, they do servicing as well, minor and major. You can give them a check. They're right in Aruka. All right, let's go over to RPM Express Couriers. And remember, RPM Express Couriers, if you have any package, you can send it through to Miami, and RPM Express Couriers will deliver it to your door within about 7 to 10 days' time. So you can give them a call, 2244 RPM. If you have not jumped on board, do so now. All right, so let's go, guys. We're moving through. Oh, yes, just to let you know, we have brought in loads of windscreens now, genuine windscreens, not that rubbish that they see all over the place, right? And all these are for pickups, for 2005 to 2023 pickups. So organize yourselves and put things in place. Right, we do wholesale and retail as well. That's my company in Bamboo. Let's go, guys. Imagine, check this out, police driving down in Manzanilla and a duck fly across the road and land up through the grill of the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service vehicle. Now, you know what is interesting? I would like to find out what is the cost of that grill. PEC 3584. Because what happens is that Justin, I had sent you a photo last week about a police vehicle. I don't know if you have it there or if you don't have it. I'll check to see if I could get it. But I had sent a photo of a police vehicle, a PEE. Right. All you see this vehicle? This police vehicle. I called about the headlight for this Santa Fe. Right? All you know how much for this headlight? $21,000. The tailgate is $10,000. If you talk to Gary, he would have told you that I told the police, don't buy none of these vehicles. But some stupidity in the police service decided that they're going to do this again. And here what happened. All you know what's going to happen, because these vehicles don't stand up to police work at all. We have had enough experience to know the Santa Fe, the Hondas, the Suzuki's waste of time, rubbish. The Chevrolet, rubbish when it comes to police work. It will run down like that. We have had enough experience to know. Let's go again, guys. Let me just welcome Gate Automation Company Limited. And of course, for all your gate automating needs, give them a call. Remember, they are located right there in McBean, Couva. All right, let's move along, guys. Wassa again. And by the way, right by that area there, that is where they dug in front of by SM Jalil and Shaguanas there. They dig this, leave a trench and go on the way. And this is a level of incompetence. This is the level of incompetence we are seeing at Wassa. This is nothing new. This is the norm. Nothing has changed. It's the same nonsense going on. Let's go again. And zoom into that patch there for me, please. Zoom in. You know, the Ministry of Works decided that they would take on some patchwork on the highway. And the Ministry of Works, look at that now, man. Take a good look at that. That Maracas Beach, they paved it. And right now, it gone from a hole into a series of humps. Not only that one, about 5, 6 going down the road. And by the way, these are the people, come back to me, guys. These are the people, the Ministry of Works, who's supposed to overlook everybody else. And their workers cannot even pave a piece of road properly. Almost everywhere they put down pitch, it ain't level. It ain't compacted properly, because I don't see no steamroller behind them. And you're talking about a highway these people fixing it. And you expect contractors to have standards when the very ministry who's supposed to be overseeing all the standards, well, they have none. Let's go again, guys. Take a look at this police vehicle. Nothing wrong with the officer. I see this police vehicle and I was in shock. This is what we have, some of the officers. And you know where's the hardest way? This is what we have our officers in. Them officers and them quicker get tetanus than shoot with bullet. Look at this thing now, man. That's like driving a rubbish heap. And this is highway patrol, by the way. God help us. God help us. Look at the condition of that. If I was those officers, I would have refused to drive that vehicle. Refused. That thing looked like a rubbish heap, boy. Oh, my friend. Everybody park up on the side of the road, and he decided that he will be capital stupid. Watch where he parked. Zoom into that number plate for you. PB4404. Partner, you park up like a yayan. Let's go again. This vehicle, TBW3880, was driving like a madman going down the highway. TBW3880, right? If this is your company vehicle, your driver is driving like an idiot, and you need to talk to him. Not fire him, you need to talk to him. Let's go again, guys. This is the road by the Caroni cremation site. I am appealing. All you get a good contractor to do the work. Finally, all you get a good contractor. But don't go and give the man no scope of works, where the whole thing will fall apart. No ox drain or proper drains there, that whole thing going to fall apart. Like every other thing, where all you put us, the contractor will get the blame for the stupidity of the Ministry of Works. Let's go again, guys. Yes, TAY 8209 or 6209. Parking like an idiot in bamboo. Normal thing. I gotta tell you, police here police don't do nothing. Try calling the inspector in St. Joseph. He look like he on holidays permanently. Let's go again, guys. Boy, for election. This is allowed during election, but outside of election, they want to charge you. People, be careful, please. Be very careful, because a little slip and you could actually break your neck or damage yourself real bad. Let's go again. Right. You see here, celebration by PNM, Balize House, 7-7 result. They are celebrating. Let us see what the other side is doing. UNC supporters at parties at quarters at Mulchan Road, right, celebrating too as well. 7-7, and both sides celebrating. Let's run through some results now, right? Zoom into that, guys. And I want you to look at this. This is in 2019, right? In 2019, the voter turnout was 34.49% or close to 35%, right? And by the way, with an electorate of 1,079,000, right? So when you look at the results, the PNM was 161,000 and the UNC was 202,000. Now I want you to keep that in mind. The UNC was 202,000 and the PNM was, there we go, well, PPM, all right, 161. So let's go to the updated result, 2023, guys. Right. PNM, UNC 173, and PNM 130. So I want you to pull back up the other slide again. Let's look at UNC first. Right? UNC got 202,000, or say 203,000, right? 203,000. Go ahead. And here the UNC got 173,000. So the UNC lost about 30,000 votes. They lost about 30,000 votes, but they're celebrating. That makes sense. Not only that, when you look at the voter turnout, right? When you look at the voter turnout, you're seeing 30%. 5% of the population decided that they're not going to vote as compared to last year. 70% of the population did not vote, but all is celebrating. 70% said no way in hell. 70% of the people in this country said that they do not care for Kamala or they do not care for Rowley. The sad reality is that people will support Kamala and people will support Rowley. Even though the country is going to hell, there are people who are that stupid. What concerns me is that, for me, local government elections is neither here nor there. Doesn't bother me. The general elections is what concerns me. And if the present UNC were to go in to the general election with what we have, PNM is going to win again. But you see, we have a megalomaniac on the PNM side, and we have a super megalomaniac on the UNC side. But you see, there are people who believe in Kamala simply because, and I'll say it as raw as possible, under Kamala, their religion got fixed. Under Kamala, temples left, right, and center all over the country were being repaired. Some under the table, some over the table. And that is a fact. The reality of it is that when you saw what was going on, by the way, they approached mosques standing to, and the majority of the mosques said no because we are the maintainers and keepers of the mosque. But the sad reality is that this nonsense have to stop. Because I don't care who say that they will vote Kamala until, but always study, always cheer on boy. Because what is going to happen here now is that Rowley is going to do whatever possible for him to remain in power, and he's going to throw the, when I say he's going to use every single ministry to do everything possible to fix roads, to fix drains, because let me tell you something, the PNM also lost in terms of votes. So you think they're not worried? Of course, both sides worried because they don't know what will happen in the next election. But based on what we are seeing, and you know, it's so stupid that people say, boy, UNC get more votes, UNC should have won. Let me just let somebody know what is fact now. You see, there are urban and rural areas. What happens is that one is built up more than the other. One have more residents than the other. One have more farmland. One have more forest than the other. So at the end of the day, even though you may have a little dot that is red, that little dot may have 30,000 people or 40,000 people. And the whole yellow, because the amount of people reside in that red area there, remember that is Port of Spain and all Sawa, Barataria and all them things, right? But I agree when you look at a map, it looking real stupid. You understand? So the fact is that could we zoom out of that, please? Yeah, zoom out of it. Give me the full shot. Right? Right. The EBC has announced the preliminary results, right? Now, when you look at it, wait now, PP, no surprise. I tell you that was a waste of time. That was like voting for rubbish. Anyway, when you look at what this shows, it shows a very concerning graphic. Because when you look at the total and you add up the total, as I said before, it boils down to the fact that 70% of the population have some serious issues with Kamala and Rowley. And we have something from Larry Lala. Could we get that, please? Come back to me and let's get Larry Lala had made a statement. I believe it was on Facebook, and there it is. With the government at its weakest and the country in perhaps the worst state it has ever been in every way, Kamala is unable to change the 7-7 deadlock and get a win. And I agree with him 1,000%. She has to resign to allow the opposition UNC to breathe, regroup and rebuild, but she won't do so because of pure selfishness, and that is fact. And what is even more selfish is the idiots that support her, placing self-preservation above her party and its members and above the interests of country, most importantly. The question is, what do we do now to get this country on a stable footing for growth and development? And this is where the financiers have to come in. The financiers, I said it on Facebook and on my TikTok, etc. The day Kamala steps down and moves some of the minions that she has, for example, the Barry Padarats, the Khadija Amins, let me tell you something. We could beat the PNM like that. But that is not going to happen when you have the intelligentsia of the country, the middle class. And by the way, wherever I passed, I didn't see one Muslim woman or one Muslim man stand up in line. That is where I passed. Hardly. In fact, while we had people coming to us to pray and all those things on the same day, not one person had their finger dipped in ink. So the Muslim vote, yes, you will have those who will go, it have some of them who will vote no matter what. If you say to increase the price of food, they will go and vote just to support a political party. There are those who would have done it. But I could tell you the Muslim vote in this election was negligible. It was almost nil. And the Muslim vote is one of the only floating votes outside there. The UNC is strong with the Hindu community. The PNM is strong with the Catholic and the Christian community. The Muslim vote, the Muslim will swing from left to right, because at the end of the day, we are not tied down to any particular party because of race or because they come and fix something for we, or they give we a piece of land and we going to say we going to sell we soul because we owe them people that. No, we don't operate like that. Right? I'm not saying you do, but at the end of the day, I'm just telling you how we do. Let me just welcome Automax Radiator Coolant, or Radiator Coolant as they say in Trinbago, suitable for tropical conditions. Remember, for wholesale and business inquiries, you can call them 658-4984. That's 658-4984. And of course, it's Automax Radiator Coolant. Let's go again, guys. People voted PNM, and this is what they vote PNM for. Imagine 360 plus murders. Come back to me. 360 plus murders. Of which, maybe about what? Let us just use an average here. About 4,000 African men. Plus we have women who were murdered in cold blood. And people saw it fit to still go and dip their finger and support the party who is responsible for that based on their failure to appoint a commissioner who functions properly, and they also put a waste of time national security minister. So the government themselves were the one culpable and responsible for putting failures to deal with crime. But you, the people, had the opportunity to go there and say, here happening, all you go to hell. But no, what all they decided to do? All they decided to go with this thing that always have on top of their head. All they decided to go with race, similarly to the UNC. All they decided to go with race and support what? Failures on both sides. Failures on both sides. And who is going to suffer? The country. More people are going to die. More people going to get robbed. And I just, people don't understand this, huh? But a government gets away with murder not only because of the people on the ground, but because of our weak opposition. The reason this country is in the position it is in, it is because the opposition is afraid to tackle them the way they should. Because every time you point a finger at the government could point two fingers back to you. And that is what is going on. You have the weakest opposition in history. A good opposition keeps a government on its toes. You have them wondering, if we should, if we shouldn't. This opposition would partner with the government on things that would not benefit you. And things that would benefit you, they will say, well, hard luck. If the government come tomorrow and say, right, we're raising all MP salaries, they will join. They will join with that because it benefits them. So you see, when you vote, and you vote for an opposition, because that is what you're doing, You're not voting for winning party, or you're not voting for success. Because under this present UNC, you are voting for failure. You're voting for permanent opposition. And that is something I cannot understand for the life of me. We have seemingly intelligent people. And as I said before, my position is clear. I cannot support the UNHC in its present form because one, right, because of the drinking habits of certain people there, I cannot support that. The heavy drinking habits, I cannot support that. That's number one. Number two, and I have seen certain individuals in senior positions drunk, so I don't know what they will do when it comes to documents and being drunk. That's number one. Number two, I've made it clear, I am a Muslim first, right? And this LGBTQRSTUV thing, I will never support. The UNC have counselor, they have MP, they have this, they have that, and it's spreading. And is that what we want spread for our children? Is that what we want to go outside there? 200,000 people or 100 and something thousand people who supported the UNC say, yes, we want that. And you know what is even more scary? Kamala is not well. We all know that. She has difficulty standing for long periods. And we have 2 years again for general election. Suppose now all they decide that although Kamala move from there, even though she failed miserably in this local government election, but so dotish, all wouldn't even see that. Right? Suppose now that all you say now we don't want nobody else and she goes ahead, and God forbid, just before the election she gets seriously ill, God forbid. What are you going to do? There's nobody standing in line waiting. All will fall flat. Suppose after the first term in government now, or the first year in government, God forbid she gets sick. Because at that age, you're prone to sickness, you're prone to disease. But then again, young people too could also get sick. But you know what? At the end of the day, what is going to happen if she gets ill during that first year? You know what's going to happen? It's fight for leadership, it's bacchanal. Everything will fall apart. Pull back the slide for me, please. Let me just thank Mitsui Air Limited for sponsoring this segment. And as I've always said, when it comes to air-conditioned units and quality units, you see this company, the service that they offer is second to none. It's the only company that offers a 10-year warranty on air-conditioned units. and all their units are inverter units. Give them a call, 674-4000, and tell them that you heard it right here on Breaking Barriers. Let's go to the other slide, guys, and welcome our good friends at SM Jaleel and Company Limited. Of course, Cure is still at it at $6 a bottle, from $10 a bottle to $6 because of reduced freight. And up to, when was it? Yesterday, sorry. I met someone and they were telling me in the supermarket, their child, their little boy, has these little spots on his hand. And they started giving him the Cure, and in 1 month time, the spots gone. It was some scaly spots. One is that we didn't get time to go into exactly what it is. This is how the mother described it. And I keep telling people, there are elderly people that I've spoken to who use this now, and instead of walking, they're running. So if you have your mother, your father, your grandmother, buy cases and put it down. Call 375-1100, 299-6263, or 292-1913. Call those numbers now. Somebody is waiting to take your call, and delivery is absolutely free. Right? 375-1100, 299-6263, and 292-1913. Let's go again, guys. I saw this, right? Pull this up, zoom that up. This was an article that appeared in the Express. All you remember this? This is Andy Risal's story. And this appeared in the Express yesterday. And people were saying, but wait now, any Inshan raise funds for this fella? Yes, Inshan raise funds for this fella. So what happened is that the brother saw the article, because I responded like I didn't know what the hell was going on. Because I wanted to know, well, what really happened? So the family contacted me and they said the Express, come back to me, the Express apparently did this story about 2 weeks ago and only now uploaded their story. So that is why it is only now showing up on the Express. Because people were saying, but boy, Inshan raised money. One is that they put money in the bank account and no, nothing I mention about that. So what happened is that I'm just letting you know for clarification that it was the Express who put that story late. And what we had promised, what happened is that they're supposed to give us an invoice. We were told by the end of this week we'll get the invoice because we have the check written for West Shore. It's here, and it's just for them to collect once we get the document to go with it. Because all you know me, I don't mix matters when it comes to those things. All right? So let me just take my first break. Remember, you're watching Breaking Barriers right here on IBN Channel 8. We'll come back and we'll take some of your calls. Right? Let me hear what you think about this whole politics thing, and we'll take it from there. All right? We'll be back.
No more games. You always break the table when you lose. Promise? 4110 Jigsaw. Watch it. Don't you dare. Ronix.
Welcome to the home of Cure Oxygen Spring Water. A breathtaking 1,000 feet above sea level, where the elements collide. In an area of outstanding natural beauty. This land, our land, embodies nature, and our methods respect it. We use clean energy, solar, hydro, wind, to bring you the cleanest water. Every drop, sustainably sourced from pristine Cornish farmland. From the raw beauty of rainfall to our state-of-the-art bottling facility. Situated on an ancient underground lake. We're reminded of the timeless power of pure water. But it doesn't stop here. The secret of cure lies in the pure oxygen we so carefully infuse. To breathe life into every bottle of Cure water, without chemicals or additives. Cure pushes the boundaries of what water can do, uniting life's most essential ingredients: water and oxygen. The next generation of hydration. Cure Oxygen, nature's ultimate water.
Mitsu Air Limited, authorized Mitsubishi air conditioning dealer. No need to replace your air conditioning units ever so often. Split units, cassette, ductable, CTVRF systems, and much more. Mitsubishi Electric has long been powering industries and providing solutions for healthy living. Mitsu Air Limited boasts the industry's first 10-year warranty on all parts and labor. Inverter units are also available. Don't hear it, just feel it. Mitsu Air Limited, 246 Eastern Main Road, Barataria. Give us a call at 674-4000 or 675-4000 or email us at mitsu.limited@gmail.com.
And welcome back, my friends. Justin, do me that favor, please. Right, I just want to call someone, and all right.
Your call.
All right, Justin, I just sent you another number. Dial that other number now. All right, I just sent you, right. Here, read it as yet on WhatsApp. Let me see. You still ain't read? Okay, you now read it. All right, good. All right, so while we're waiting for that phone number to come through and that call to be made, and by the way, I don't blame my partner Ravinanga for what's going on, you know. Is the nasty, stink, dirty people above him. Imagine $641,000.
Your call has been forwarded.
Minister Marvin Gonzalez don't want to take no call either. Right? And this is the reality of it. And for those of you who just joining us, I want to show you the document again. Right? And I need to use extra care because you know it have Tat always listening with a cokey air self. Right? This is from WASA. WASA tell me the water connection that everybody have in that area is a 4-inch connection, right? And we ask WASA, how much did the Diwali Nagar pay for their connection? WASA told us that that is confidential. They can't release that information. But WASA want to charge us $641,000 for our water connection. WASA, go to hell. Every bloody thing when it comes to the fraud going on in WASA, every document are going to bust it up now. Because it's time somebody expose what's going on inside their bag. Because this is madness. This is real madness. $641,000. And by the way, they put that is expected of the Baraka Foundation, you know. They put that is expected of me. $641,000. Right up the road, it have a 4-inch connection on the left. Right up the road on the right, it have one. Right? But no, they can't do that. I telling you, these people, I remember what we're doing. We're going to get a breakdown of all the connections that were provided with WASA using their what you call, you know, their special services where they give people NGOs and all those things. I want to see what they're doing. Let us get a breakdown to see what communities WASA help. Let us see the difference with what is going on with WASA right now because, like I said, that have me so peeved. Right? So we're going to open up our phone lines and we just welcome extra care to this segment. 663-8373 or 645-4426. Remember, I'm trying to wrap up early tonight. So when you call in, turn on the volume on your television, please. It's only 18 years I've been telling you that. So remember, Extra Care products is available at supermarkets and at pharmacies and at mini-marts all over Trinidad and Tobago. So for those of you who are looking to get products which are a lot cheaper but offers quality, go with the Extra Care line. Let's go. Hello.
Yeah, Inchan, good night.
Good night.
Inchan, that price was not charged, but we're running that price from Paul Spino.
Imagine we have had to buy hundreds of, and Wasa is lying and saying that we get a proper water supply. Nobody, we actually use bottled water for people to use in the bathroom.
No, I understand completely where you're coming from. And I'm going to tell you something. Most of the bad roads in this country is because of water taking up road and they're not fixing it. And I want to touch on two things real quick too.
Yeah, go ahead.
Concerning this whole political stance we had, you're talking sense there because I could tell you that under the present UNC boy, we're never going to see government there again. I could tell you that straight up. Because Kamala do have it in she again to fight to become Prime Minister. I understand what you're saying and it makes sense. She served she time, let somebody else take over the party now and lead the government now. That is what needs to happen, right?
Pana, for your sake, for my sake, for our children's sake, step the hell down now. And for the stupid people that encouraging she, all you stop that dotishness now, boy.
Well, it has people that encourage she because if she ain't there, the man will walk on it.
No, but hold on 1 second there. You know what is the sad thing? It have people who get flood and the representative is Kamala in the area and they say they have no problem with that. That is one of we people. So,
right.
You hear that? That is one of we people. So, because she's an Indian, she could suffer less. Similarly, with what is going on with the PNM, because Rowley is an African, he could suffer the African people with what is going on with the murders and thing. People don't know that.
But I see the pops on flood meters in some areas and things. But here, I want to touch on one last thing before, right? I hear Kamala saying, and the UNC saying they win the election, right? I hear Rowley saying with the PNM that they win the election, right? I hear Gary saying he's the third party. I hear Watson Duke he's the third party. I hear Philip Alexander saying he's the third party. You can shed some light in that because I kind of confused on that. Anyway, you enjoy your night.
All the best, take care. No, that is the sad reality of it. That is right. That is the sad reality of where we're at. Imagine Philip get a vote for every video that he did. In other words, every live video that Philip did, Philip got a vote for that. Because he kept saying that he was the number one in this poll, that poll, it was probably a TNTech poll. It is a waste of time. It is rubbish vote. A little waste all the time with that again. Let's go again. Hello? Hello?
Yeah, good night, Inchan.
Good night.
Right. About a month ago, we had a big rain with flood and thing, and the drain washed down and the concrete blocked the drain. We about a month now,
Right.
And all the water back up undermining to my house. I reported to the councillor. The councillor said she reported and no action. I speak to the councillor.
But did you vote?
No, I didn't vote.
Right. And is the same councillor that they put back up again, eh?
Yeah, well, I don't know why they put back the woman because hear what she telling me today that or there so in so she's not the councillor yet. but she will, eh?
Yeah, but the sad reality. This is what I'm saying. This is the respect that Kamala have. For example, the failure that we have in our area. I didn't think she even come through Bamboo number 2. Because she know Bamboo people are Lego costs, right? So this is what's going on. You put people who failed and you feel comfortable because you want them there. And this is the problem that we have. The same thing with the MPs that she have. Is a set of minions. What you could do, send me your details with where the area is and I will see what I could do to help you out. Right? So whatever information you have on that problem that you have, sent it to me and I'll see what I can do. Hello? Hello?
Hi, good night, Mr. Inchan.
Good night.
I am on the full view that Ms. Kamala Persad-Disaso should step down She served her time while she was in her 5 years, but it's about time she stepped down. And the person who I fully endorse is Mr. Vasan Barrett. People might not like to hear it, but he's a man of great intelligence. And the interview that you had with him last time was amazing, outstanding. And people may have a lot to say about him, but he's a very, very intelligent person.
Yeah, but
also Dr. Fuad Khan, he is an excellent man too that can carry the party forward.
I would have a problem with Dr. Fuad Khan. You see, Dr. Fuad Khan.
All right, okay. Well, let's go with Vasan Barrett. Okay?
And this Rashji thing he have, I have serious problems with that. But let me explain something, caller, because we are talking, you know.
Right.
Samoa went through hell. El Socorro went through hell for donkey years with Gilala. And the traffic problems. Fuad's solution was to completely cut the sidewalk and let trucks and vehicles pass on the sidewalk. He was a failed representative in Samoa. Him, Audi Pitié, Vasant, I have no problems 100%.
Yes.
None.
And the thing is, what I also believe is also with the internal elections, I have good sources that when they have an internal elections within the party, it is being rigged. So if Kamala wants to talk about having fair and free elections, it should start from within the party itself. Have a free and fair elections and stop taking ballots from people. And let us see and let somebody else fresh come in to the party.
But you see, what would make the difference for that caller is the finances. The finances is what is make or break a party. And what happens is that if the finances tell her that she has to step down, she would have no choice, because who would finance elections? You understand?
Well, it's true, but we as the citizens can also come together and we could do something, because we cannot live under the PNM any much longer.
No.
We cannot survive under this.
No, and I made it clear. The day Kamala stepped down, I will support the UNC 1,000% in getting rid of Rowley.
And I know you would. And I applaud you for that. I do applaud you for that.
No, all you got to tell me to take a break, because night and day, while I'm sleeping, I get rid of him too.
Well, Mr. Inchan, there will be something coming up very soon, and I would call you off air.
Thank you so much.
Speak to you about it. Right? So thank you very much.
You're welcome. Something has to be done. We can't just sit back and relax and say that here what happening, boy. We will accept this, we will accept that, and leave it the way it is. We can't, right? Because my throat real pain, man. So what happens is that when let's go to our calls again. Hello. Hello.
Yeah, good night.
Good night.
Yeah, I ain't seen Bart no testicular fortitude to fight no election or to lead no party. He's too quiet, he's too soft.
No, but okay, we are discussing. Okay, we are discussing this now. He too quiet and he too soft. So what we need? Somebody to tell people about their mother. Somebody to talk about small pin and big pin. Is that the politics that we want? Why it is? Look, for example, Mia Motley. Very vocal, but very soft. Very educated. Why it is we are afraid of that? Why it is we want people up there who just behave and act stupid and get on like animal and get on dotish? Why it is we want that? 70% of the population don't want that. Kamala and Rowley balling that they get 7, right? 7 and 7. 70% of the population rejected earlier, and all they're celebrating that. Something had to be wrong. Something had to be wrong. Because maybe it is my maths, not Matson, but when you look at the results, and I saw what took place, I said, well, that is it. No way in hell we're going to get a general election. No way in hell are we going to get through a general election with what is going on here. We can't. Why it is we can't get quality members of parliament, boy? We are members. Let me tell you something. Up to yesterday, I was talking to someone from the Chaguanas district who won a seat, right? That young man was demanding money by menace from one of the contractors on him, right? That young man. And what happened is that the gentleman that told me that is someone I trust. He don't have to lie to tell me that. And when you look at all the allegations against human trafficking, against this and that and all the other, and people continue to support. I do not understand why. What it would take for people who voted on both sides, the UNC and the PNM, because here what happened, the only thing I could see, it cannot be good governance or good leadership. People talk about when Kamala was there, things was nice. Yes, things was nice, but the contractors raided his treasury. They bled the treasury dry. These young boys and them, half the work that was done during Kamala time now, nearly all those roads, digging back up. Is that what we want? Is that what we want? And here we're happening, free this and free that. So Kamala was everybody's mother and father. You have a child, Kamala will give a laptop. You have a child, Kamala will give a crib. You have a child, Kamala will give a pack of milk. That is how we want to build our country. Anyway, as I said before, I was going to make tonight short because my throat is really inflamed. I got wet yesterday, so I'm suffering the consequences of it. So all I can tell is, look, let us start to see what we could do to make change, to try and see how we could improve with what is going on in the next few months. Because here what happening, all you're doing is Rowley will come tomorrow and decide to call a snap election. And next thing you know is pressure, you know. He that stupid to do it, you know. So here what happening, get all your act together, let us do something, let us come together. Kamala, God bless you. Go and live with your grandchildren, play with them and thing. And here what happening, let somebody else take over the helm so that we can get quality representation from MPs who deserve to be there, not because you want them there. All right, so folks, take care. We'll be in touch, and I'll catch you next week for Breaking Barriers. Don't forget, you could join us at the Baraka Grounds this entire weekend. We are planning, in fact, next weekend, we are planning to have something for kids. So look out for that too as well, right? But look, come down and bust a line with the family this weekend, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. And of course, don't forget, Brilliant sold out 3 weekends in a row, our lamb burgers. Big hit. Take care, my friends. So we'll be in touch. Assalamu alaikum and good evening.